Yeah, well, I gotta say, man, as far as Brandon, his stand-up and everything like that. I mean, I'm looking to see some fireworks from him.
His favorite fighter is Anderson Silva. One of the legends, if not possibly the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. If that's your favorite fighter, you're probably looking to come out and.
Oh yeah, that fight's coming up soon, actually. Anderson Silva versus.
Chris Weidman.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as a fan. That'll be a pay-per-view in the hopper.
Falk, he's a father of 2 kids, 19 months and 6 years of age. He gets into the ring right now. He's got that 1,000-mile stare, doesn't he, guys?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see him blink once as soon as he came out from the locker room, so he seems ready to go in the camo. That's Falk. His opponent will be Brandon Turner, who's fighting out of Newark, Ohio. There he is, from the Impact Martial Arts. You familiar with them at all, Brian?
Honestly, no. I was just thinking. I'm not really familiar with Impact. Anytime there's a gym I'm not familiar with, I'm excited to see a fighter from them, see how they operate, because you can tell a lot by a gym. The way their guys operate. They kind of have a signature style. Duke Rufus, his guys come out, a lot of stand-up fireworks. Other gyms, big wrestling style. So we'll see what this Impact has to show.
Right, and he's making his debut today. So we're gonna look for some. We'll see how he handles himself as far as his first fight in here. Looks like he's real calm.
Yeah, he does look calm.
And let's set up the fight. Falk and Turner here at Stage AE, the North Shore Rise to Power 3, Gladiators of the Cage. Turner standing 6 feet tall and Falk at 5'9". Let's go into the ring to Dan.
Welterweight division calling for 3 2-minute rounds. First, let me introduce fighting out of the blue corner. He's 6 feet tall, weighed in at 172 pounds with a 72-inch reach. He's 1-1. He's fighting for Impact Martial Arts. He's from Newark, Ohio. Welcome, Brandon Turner! And his opponent, he stood 5 feet and still stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighs 170 pounds with a 69-inch reach. He's making his amateur debut this evening for Gladiators of the Cage. He fights for Team AMS from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Matthew Falk!
And the ring card girls have entered the ring to let you know it is round 1, ready to go here for Brandon Turner and Matthew Falk. Both guys were here pretty early. Noticed them as we were doing our rounds over at Stage AE here on the North Shore, and they were getting the lay of the land, working out in the cage, trying to get a feel, trying to get a vibe, and maybe working out some nerves, and I'm sure both of you guys can speak to that a little bit. Just get here early and shake out what you can and make sure you still have enough in the tank. As you said earlier, I think it was the adrenaline dump, right?
Oh, absolutely. We'll see what happens. I mean, they're gonna come out here and they both look calm, which is actually very surprising.
They really do.
Oh, wow, great takedown.
This one goes to the ground quickly. We've seen a couple other bouts stay up for the most part, but these guys go right to the mat.
Falk right into the double leg. In his pre-fight interview, he said that he was going to look for an opening to take control right away. That's what he wanted to do. And, it appears that he's executing his game plan right off the bat here. Game planning is huge. When a guy has a good strategy, a good game plan, and he executes it, he's got a good shot at winning.
Absolutely. It looked like he took it straight down to the mat and then immediately passed the side control because, obviously that jiu-jitsu situation, that's the best place you want to be, start working to get the mount. Well, it looks like Brandon's got back to half guard.
Round 1 brought to you by the Gold Buyers of Pittsburgh, by the way. Sorry about that, Adam. Go ahead.
It's all right. Yeah, Turner looks like it seems like he needs to get that other leg through, which he does actually. He gets right back to guard, and so we'll see a little bit of ground and pound here.
Looks to me, Adam, like Brandon Turner is not too incredibly comfortable on his back, just enough to defend and to try to get out of the situation. It doesn't look like he's going to threaten with submissions or anything.
No. It looks like maybe, yeah, he might try to use the cage here to get up. Looks like he's going for a guillotine almost.
Yeah, he put his arm back over. There's a technique if he can slide his butt to the cage and start to walk up. If he shifts his hips, he can continue to walk up the cage, but he doesn't seem to be employing that technique. Almost like he might be going for an arm bar there.
Yeah, looks like it.
10 seconds left in the round. You can see the clock and you hear the cowbell in the background.
2 minutes goes so fast in these fights.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I'll do it for round one. Brian, I want to go back to a point that you were talking about, and Adam, chime in on this as well. When it comes to the skill of using the cage to your advantage, speak to that a little bit and how long it takes for these amateur fighters to really get that technique down.
It used to be that, you know, guys that were defending did not want to be pushed up against the cage. Now they want to get to the cage to try to walk up. Here we see a replay, nice double leg takedown by Falk.
Side control.
Yeah, that was almost an immediate pass. Nice takedown, and he began to control from here. Turner really had to work off his back the whole round.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give that round to Matt, but, you know, Brandon did a great job. It looks like he was trying to attack a little bit from the bottom.
Back to the point, Tim. Way back in the early days of mixed martial arts, guys were afraid to be taken over to the cage. The guy that was on top would try to walk the guy to the cage to try to ground and pound there. Now guys that are defending try to get to the cage themselves so they can use it to get up.
Use that to your advantage a lot in your fights, Adam?
Oh, absolutely. Well, for me, I want that cage control. The person in the middle of that cage is going to win that fight.
Big kick tried that time by Falk.
More of a stand-up battle so far here.
Yeah. Great takedown again, straight into side control.
And we pointed out in the open, fellas, when it comes to the rules, the judges do like the aggression, and they will give points based on that, correct?
Absolutely. Matt's doing a great job of doing that. He immediately went to side control. He was actually doing a great job.
He's going for an Americana right here.
Here we go. Oh, he's got it deep.
If he can...
He's got to sit him back.
Yeah, if he can get Turner's shoulders back to the mat. Turner's turning the right way. He's going the right way to...
Oh, and that's it.
We got a tap, we got a submission, we got a victory in round number 2 for Matthew Falk.
Yeah, he must have had it sunk in deeper than I could see. Their backs were right to us, but
well, we couldn't even see the tap.
No,
couldn't even see the tap from we were screened off by it, but the submission was effective, and Matthew Falk gets the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great Americana. He hit that hard and hit it deep. He turned it over. I was trying to, you know, looking at it, he needed to sit him back a little bit more, but he still torqued it enough, and, you know, Brandon ended up tapping.
Sometimes it depends on the body, you know. Some people are more flexible than others, and what submission would not work on somebody else, you know, it doesn't take quite as much torque or angle on another person.
Right.
3 fights we've seen so far, guys. None of them have gone to the judges' scorecards. None of them have been decisions. They've all been knockouts or submissions. Is that normally the case in the amateur fighting ranks? Do you tend to see more of that with a little bit less experience? Somebody just puts themselves in a vulnerable position and you get a victory for the other person?
I think so. You don't see a lot of, it's like the same as amateur boxing, you know. Guys have a very short amount of time. They know their rounds are short, and they really go out there and just throw it all, you know, throw caution to the wind and go for it. So I think you do have a little bit more fireworks like that.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the pro fighting. You get 5 minutes, so you can really, you know, sketch out exactly what you want to do. But these amateurs, especially for 2 minutes, you know, they're in there, they're going to brawl. You know?
You get a takedown, you know, if you're the guy that gets a takedown in a 2-minute round, you've almost won the round right off the bat because the guy's got to take almost the whole round to try to get up.
Adam, when you were learning, when you were first becoming an amateur yourself, did you train, or do you tend to train for the 5-minute rounds, or do you start off training for 2?
You started training for 2. You want to make sure that you know what you have is good enough to get in there. Going too much, you know, you can overtrain sometimes. You know, you're going to just get in there and have the ability to, you know, go the distance. So
let's go to the ring and hear from Dan Bogan.
Ladies and gentlemen, so far the judges have had an easy evening. Your winner via verbal tap out to the Americana at 53 seconds of round number 2, fighting out of the red corner, Matthew Falk!
Let's go to the ring right now for our ring interview with Katie O'Malley.
Matthew Falk, now with your first amateur victory. How's it feel tonight, Matt?
Oh, it feels amazing. Worked real hard for this 8-week fight camp. I'd like to thank all my coaches, Tom Kunzak, Jack, Hank, and especially want to thank my wife, because without her, I couldn't do this. Without her watching my kids every day while I train, so thanks, honey.
Talk about the submission. Is that typically an approach? Is that typically a goal for you getting a submission, or is that just the way things worked out tonight?
Whatever the fight goes, I'll go anywhere, so whatever I take, or whatever's there to take, I take it.
Congratulations, good luck to you. Matthew Falk, ladies and gentlemen. Tim, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Katie. Not only is he a good fighter, but he's smart. He also thanked his wife, so that's probably wise for him to do. Plenty more to come. Gladiators of the Cage continues on the North Shore. Rise to Power 3.